All right, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Coach Evans, and I'm not going to keep you long tonight. I did an interesting thing today while I had a little free time on my lunch break. And I've rewatched the game from Sunday. The Ravens versus not the Chargers, the Rams. And so just thinking about it, because I remember being way up in the nosebleeds before I moved down. Why, after moving the ball at the rate we did when Ricard was hurt, is he back on the field so much now that he's back? And so we went up tempo, we spread it out because Ricard was not an option. Well, this was the first game back where he was an option. And so what I did was I went and charted every play from that game. And there's this thing in basketball called plus minus. And that's, you can kind of see on the title of the video. Plus minus. And so this is Ricard's plus minus for that game. And in basketball, plus minus, and I don't know the exact metric, but it you get, I guess depending on the score differential, that kind of goes towards your plus. If you guys go up in scoring or if you go down in scoring, I don't know the exact metrics, but I know the higher your plus, the better you are as far as you being on the court. Meaning the team does better when you're on the court. And if you're a minus, they do worse when you're on the court. So again, I don't know the right metrics, but this is my version of plus minus with Pat Ricard. And we had 64 plays. He played, I want to say 38% of them. I left my notes there. He played 38% of them. But let's get into the gist of it. It's not going to take long. We're going to be real quick. Let's get into it. All right, so you see on my screen right here, the column in the yellow is with Ricard in the game. The column in the green is without. And so you'll see if it does not have, like, do you see that -3? That means we lost 3 yards on that play. But everything else is positive yards. So you'll see the first 3 plays, decent. 2, 15, 1. Took him out 13. I think that was the Hollywood or Bateman. This 5 was the Bateman or Hollywood. All in the first drive. Get my mouse over here. Now as we go down, -3, -11. 5 and 0. Remember, the yellow column is with Ricard in the game. And look at without. Look at that stretch right there without Ricard. That's 9, 18, 3, 5, and 33. With him on the bench. Come back with him in some more. 7, 1, 1. 15, which was, I think it was a run by Devontae Freeman, or maybe a play action. I don't remember exactly. 1, 2, 0 with him out. I think that might be the only 0 with him out, except for some incomplete pass, and that probably was an incomplete pass. 0, 9, 5. You see, you really only got that one big play in there with him in. That's a 15-yard run. Look at that. 17, 14, and -6 was a sack. Then you come back with 15 yards. I think was to Andrews maybe. 11. Look, all this whole stretch right here with Ricard on the bench. 0 was incomplete. Now you bring him in. 3, 1, -1, 0. Then you go back to with him betting out the game. 12, 15, 2, 4, 3. Now, this is a nice little stretch with him in the game right here. And I think we were in the red zone when this happened. 4, 3, 2, 3. We got another stretch with us being in the red zone with him in the game too. A 7-yard run. We got -3, which was it a sack? I don't remember. But I know we got a -2 later on down the line with him in, which was Murray toward the goal line. Got a 32-yarder with him out the game. With him out of the game. 6, 11. Look at the flow when he's out the game though. You got and this is the little stretch right here where we got down to like the 2 and we had first and goal and we didn't get it. So, and this is close to the end of the game too, because if I'm not mistaken, this is the last drive. right here. All this in the green is the last drive. But this is when we got down there and couldn't score in the yellow right here and had to kick the field goal. So we got a -2 by Latavius Murray. Then we got a sack the next play by somebody. But this is what I really want you to see. And like I said, I ain't going to hold you long. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to put the average. Matter of fact, first I'll put the average of plays when he is when he's not in the game. I want the average. I did that wrong. Hold on, I messed up. Excuse me. It worked better than this in practice. So right there. So act right. It acted right earlier when I did this in practice. There we go. So I got to make sure I get everything highlighted. I go all the way up to the top. And this number's gonna be crazy. This number's gonna be crazy. Watch. I still don't think I did the number right. Let me make sure I got it right. Just let me make sure I got it right. Because I can't really see. I'm looking around my mic. You can see it in my face. But this number's crazy. Especially compared to the number when he's not in the game. That's the right number. That's the right number. So with him out of the game, we average 6.6 yards per play. Per play. Now let's do it with him in the game. And keep in mind, we weren't behind this whole game, so we weren't like constantly throwing the ball or doing anything correct. We were winning up until, close to the end of the game. So these are average play calls to keep drives going and stuff like this. We were not getting blowed out, so we didn't throw it a whole bunch of times. We were winning this game, controlling the game for most of the game. Look at that number right there. Look at those two different numbers. Why does this man play so much? And I know football is a situational thing, but we're looking at totality. We're looking at totality. Why does this man get as much spin as he does? His plus minus for this game, and his plus minus for this game is basically a difference of 4 yards per play. You get 4 yards per play, those are first downs. You're staying on the field. Why? And then if you go back and look at the game, there are stretches of the game where he's not in, and we're running and passing at a nice clip. We're running and passing at a nice clip. Like getting rushing yards, doing inside zone, doing other different things with the 7-man box. When I'm 7-man box, meaning the quarterback and running back to 5 linemen and 4 receivers out. Well, 3 receivers and more. Stay in 11 personnel. You figured out that we could be fairly decent when he was hurt. Why not stay in it and use him more in a condensed role, red zone, short yardage, stuff like that. And if you go back and look at the film, they had this man running routes again still. And not necessarily check downs. Like they wouldn't play action and he'd be in a tight set and they're running like a 5-yard out. For what? But I just wanted to put out more video evidence that we had this guy on the field and for whatever reason, too daggone much. Let me check this chat box real quick because that's all I really got. Let me see. But G-Ro need to change the one. That's what I'm saying. This is kind of proof because like Aaron Donald didn't go off. Von Miller, they ain't go off. They didn't have a TJ Watt type day. So he needs to adjust to the people he got. But I told you we're gonna keep you long. I just want to present my findings to you guys. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. I'll make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Enjoy your Wednesday night. And I'll see you guys soon. Part 2 of the David Ojabo, or Jabu, however you pronounce his last name. That film will be out tomorrow. And if you haven't seen part 1, please go look at part 1 of David Ojabo from Michigan, Edge guy. Peace, y'all.